Hello and welcome to Bourbon Forest Fishing. Have we got a treat for you guys? Or maybe it's a treat for us.
I think it's a treat for me. I don't pay for any of this stuff.
We are curious. We just did a review of the Russell Reserve Rickhouse. Is that what it's called? Russell's single Rickhouse bottle. And we're kind of curious, how will it hold up against some of the classic Buffalo Trace stuff? Some of the higher end stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't bust out BTAC because I don't know if it'll go to that level, but I think it's kind of going to be in this category, somewhere in here. I think it'll hold its own against these two. The Blanton's barrel, straight from the barrel, and the Taylor barrel proof. And this is the batch 12, so this is a banger, the batch 12 Taylor is. So, should we get to sniffing these things or drinking them or something? Let's try it.
I'm going to try it since we just did this one.
Yeah. This is the Blanton straight from the barrel.
I mean, that's like a classic.
Holy caramel bomb. Pure candy. Yeah, my palate's definitely not working well today.
Ooh, this one's way lighter. The Taylor?
Is it? Interesting.
It just doesn't feel as deep.
Lighter notes even. Yeah, this does smell deep, darker next to the Blantons even. That's interesting. Yeah, that's some of that, more of that like nuttiness and smokiness and kind of nutty richness comes through with the Rickhouse next to these ones.
This smells way less sweet.
There's definitely some kind of fruit that comes through on this too. I guess I was always calling it white grape, like white grape juice.
Yeah, that's what you said in the last video, I think. This, try that out. Right after
sniff that Blanton's. That's the Taylor or the Rickhouse there.
Yeah, this is like deep coffee.
Wow. Yeah.
After smelling that, this is
it's funny because this is a pretty light bourbon, so these are really light. The Taylor's really light. I think the Taylor's even lighter than the Blanton's. This to me, this just smells actually just like honey. That's it. It's just honey.
Yeah, honey. Yeah, it's got that kind of like spicy.
And then some
smell
like some light like clover or something on top, like some very very light herbaceous herbs.
Smell this after and tell me if it smells like coffee.
Man, that smells good.
When you're done smelling that one, something
honey bomb with a little yummy funk in there. Oh damn, that's delicious.
And black coffee.
I think I can get what you're saying, but it doesn't come through real well for me. I get the.
Yeah, these both.
This smells really nice, actually.
These are both very similar to me.
Yeah, I mean it's the same. It's Buffalo Trace, so they're not going to be dissimilar.
It's kind of like honey with a little bit of like green vegetation.
I think that one's more honey and that one's more caramel.
Yeah, I get a little like vegetation, like greenness. That's the Blantons.
Okay, I finally got that. This is like legit. Like there's a cream caramel to this, like a caramel cream. This just to me just melts like those little square things, the square caramels.
Yeah.
Melt it and throw butter on it. That's it. It's over. That's the whole thing.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, not bad at all. Very simple though. This Blanton's is not a complex. It's just like melted candy, like melted caramel. That's delicious though. Holy shit.
Okay, try that again.
Taylor's a little bit more complex, I think.
I'm gonna try this one first, sip wise.
Yeah, the Taylor's definitely lighter and brighter, and it has like some herbaceousness, like you said, vegetativeness.
Yeah, I'm going in.
And this is more like honey sweet, like honey bunches of oats with some clover or something sprinkled on top of it.
Yep, very sweet. It's also spicy, like just the video before.
Yeah, I'll go in with you. I'll follow suit. Yeah, I think
spicy.
this isn't quite as sweet as these two. It's not as sweet. There's some darker notes. There's some richness, some peanut smokiness, scotchiness.
You know, whenever I say like raw peanut, it's more like a walnut taste. You know how walnut kind of has like a bitter. Or like a raw almond.
Yeah, there's definitely some nuttiness there and some smokiness and a little bit of sweetness, for sure. I think these ones, we're going to get blown away by the sweetness and candy level compared to the Russells. I'll go for the Blantons, the melted caramel with butter. It's so fucking rich. The Blanton's is so rich, it's crazy.
Ooh. Yeah, that's way sweeter. Just right in the beginning, it's super sweet. Like butterscotch and honey, kind of. Little spiciness. I like that. Just like this one, just like coats your mouth.
Yeah, that's good. So the Blanton's is 63.8%. The Russell's is 58.8, so almost 59. So there is 4 or 5% difference in alcohol, which is going to make a little difference.
65.
And Taylor's 65.5. So these do have a benefit of a little bit higher proof. It's crazy how much sweeter the Blanton's was than this Russell's.
I haven't tried it yet, so.
Well, I imagine that one's a lot sweeter too, yeah. I'll go to the Taylor.
That was very sweet. Less spice than this one.
God damn, that smells so good. There's that funkiness and there's some richness and creaminess there too with the honey.
Oh, that's really sweet. There's a lot less spice on that than both of those. That's just all sweet. A little tiny funkiness, like you said, but there's like almost no like spiciness. This is really spicy. This is kind of spicy. So it's almost like they should be like this if you want. Like if
like
you're
a
doing
spiciness order? Yeah,
a spiciness
boop,
order.
boop, boop. Yeah, this is no spice, mid spice, high spice.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is almost like the perfect in between.
Yeah. I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the perfect balance of sweetness and spice and complexity.
This is almost too much spiciness. It's still good.
This doesn't have the level of complexity, I don't think. It's just melted candy.
Yeah, it's really good.
But it tastes. This probably has just the best taste alone, I would say, is my favorite taste. But this has like this incredible complexity and a myriad of flavors.
Yeah, that one would be good with like ice mixed with cream, like cream and ice. Like on a hot day.
This is so sweet. You could put it in like half and half with an ice cube, and it would taste like a caramel macchiato. I think.
Kinda, yeah.
That's how sweet it is. It's crazy, and there's nothing else to it. There's just like a tiny bit of oak and just a tiny bit of spice, and that's it. It's just like butter and caramel macchiato. It's crazy that
That's really good.
we can produce that.
But not much complexity.
This is definitely my favorite. Yeah.
But this one's like a good in between. This one's like you can't drink a lot of this. I feel for me anyway because it's just really spicy.
I agree.
It almost makes my mouth warm if I drank like a full ounce of it.
It's harder to drink.
Some people might like that. They like the whole.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot less sweet, more peanut, more tobacco spices. Like I said, scotchy almost.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the Russell's fits in this category. Like, I think this is like where it's at.
Yeah.
So I think a Russell's is probably in the same tier as a Blanton straight from the barrel or a Taylor barrel proof. I would say also a Stag Junior. It's probably in the realm of a Stag Junior. Somewhere in there. These are all pretty equivalent. Like they're in the same category of level of excellence, I would say. And this is like the tier right before the very elite tier of like the Coy Hills and the George T. Staggs and stuff like that. I don't think this competes with like George T. Stagg or WLW. This doesn't compete with that, but it does. It's in this realm here. It's in this realm.
What are the prices on these?
Well, that's the funny thing. So if you can get these retail, these are like 150 maybe. This one's probably 200-ish, 210. And this one's like 350.
Okay.
375. So value-wise, these are obviously better. The problem is these are really hard to get a hold of. But this is also very hard to get a hold of. So
I think this one's the one. If you don't have much money and you have a choice between these two,
I absolutely agree.
It's a nice middle ground.
This is
it's just really good.
This Taylor's been the best batch that's come out in quite some time too. So it's a very special batch.
Are these all the same size bottle, like 750 milliliters?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
crazy. You would think this is way more liquid.
Right? 750, yep. Wow. Delicious. Yeah, this one stands out. This is an A. These are probably like A minuses, and this is an A, I think.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. Wow. But yeah, I think these are probably like tie, like really close to each other.
I actually think they're all kind of like equal, but it's just based on what you like want at that time. Like if you're like on a hot day, you just want something refreshing. Just take that
caramel macchiato.
This would be like good on a really cold day. It's very spicy, and this is just like a good whenever.
This is one you drink next to a fire on a cold day for sure. It's got like kind of a scotchy feel, and it's like
you want to feel like you're getting some calories in.
And this one's just good anytime.
Yeah, that one's good.
I agree, but I think this one's a little bit better. Like. Yeah. But these are similar tiers, with this one shining above the others. Well, that was kind of interesting. I was curious how this would hold up.
They're very similar. Did you know that they were going to be similar?
These two?
This with these.
Oh, like similar quality level?
Similar taste.
Yeah. Taste, not necessarily. I didn't think they were super similar. Yeah, this has a lot more smokiness and like nuttiness and richer, like deeper notes than these two. These two are much sweeter. Buffalo Trace is always sweeter. But I did feel that it would exist in this tier somewhere, like at this level. Yeah. I'm pretty good, even without side-by-siding, I'm pretty good at figuring out what tier a bourbon is in. Possibly the best.
You drink a lot of bourbon, so a lot of different varieties. Thank you again for
absolutely
feeding me top-notch tier whiskeys.
It'd be interesting to side-by-side these and really go head-to-head and see which one I liked more. Because these are really close.
Maybe a different day when your palate's a little better.
Well, just right there, flavor alone, this wins, hands down, easily. Because the flavor and the sweetness on this is just incredible. This has more complexity, though. And a little bit more, maybe richness, but this is pretty creamy. It has that. It has the melted caramel, but it also has the butter on the back.
Yeah.
So...
It just feels hearty.
This would be hard to decide which one I like more. I think I would edge towards this, just because of that sweetness and that caramel candy. It's just incredible. Yeah,
you can't really beat it. It's like a Snickers bar.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of got the spiciness. Reminds me of like caramel has like a spiciness to it, like an acidiness.
Yeah, acidity.
That's the spiciness that I'm getting. It's more like an acidic, but it's super. It's like concentrated.
Amazing. It's cool to drink different distilleries. You can see the difference in motif.
Yeah.
Even these two, they're the same distillery, but you can tell there's a marked difference between these two. Yeah. Well, these are all absolutely great bourbons, A's, A minuses. These are, top notchers. Wow. Anything to say?
No.
Just good stuff. Good Bourbon Forage Fishing. This is definitely exists in the category of Taylor Barrel Proof. Also, probably Stagg Jr. and Blanton's Straight from the Barrel. It holds its own. So that's a tip of the hat to Wild Turkey and the stuff that they're doing. That they're able to produce stuff that can hold its own against Buffalo Trace stuff.
Yeah,
that's impressive. So good job, Wild Turkey. Keep up the great work. I don't like your regular release stuff, but man, your Russell 13s are amazing. This is Rickhouse is spectacular. You are really on the right track with what you're doing there. So keep it up.
What's their normal stuff taste like? Kind of
garbage.
Is it the one that tastes like very mushroomy? Like
no, it's very it's very light and like I don't want to say zesty, like lemony almost. Okay. Like there's a zestiness to Wild Turkey.
Oh, it was Knob Creek that was really gross.
Knob Creek is it's
like super
mildew. Yeah. Knob Creek is way.
I remember that there was a Knob Creek that we had. It was like what the.
Yeah, it's Jim Beam. But when Jim Beam's able to dial that funk back to a nice level, it's actually really good.
It's like a nice cheese.
Yeah, it's like it is. It's like a funky candy bar because the front is very nutty and sweet and funky, and you're like, oh damn, candy bar time. And there's a little funk in there. You're like, damn, hell yeah. But a lot of times it's like moldy wood, just overpowers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
But no, this is much lighter than Knob. Jim Beam is very dark and deep and to the mildewy. This Wild Turkey stuff is generally pretty light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not as light as this. Buffalo Trace is very light.
Yeah.
Maybe the lightest there is.
They're nice. It's like Gatorade or something.
Bourbon Forage Fishing. Thank you guys.